Welcome back to Soulful Academics, where I teach you guys how to budget, save, and invest so you can build generational wealth. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go to Soulful Academics so you can start your budget today, free up debt in order to pour into investment. Let's get straight into the video. Bitcoin had a great day today. Went down from 96,700 and it shot up all the way to 98,800. It's a great trading day for buying Bitcoin. Long term, I see Bitcoin in the next few weeks breaking out of this 96,000 range and breaking past 100,000. And Bitcoin, always a good coin to be buying on Fridays. And we're seeing that Ethereum too is on the next level. It broke out of the 2,700 range and it almost went up to 2,800 today, and it rebounded back down to 2,716. Ethereum's a good one, still at a good price to buy, guys. So payday comes, we putting $10, $200 or whatever we can aside, paying ourselves first with these coins. Solana's at a good price right now too. It's currently at $199. So we're still seeing the same range these last 4 to 2 months, and we're seeing that the price is way lower than it was the previous 3 months. Solana is a great time to buy. It went up to $205 today, and I'm liking Solana at this price range or anything below 200. I told you guys about Coinbase in my last video. Watch out for earnings on that head and shoulders pattern showed on the graph, and we see that Coinbase fell down $23. That time was a great time to put a put in and see the price drop, as we see that it has more room to go down. But anytime Coinbase falls like $20 or $30 a day is a great time to buy Coinbase. Coinbase compared to other cryptocurrency stocks, this one fell. MicroStrategy was up $4. It went down $227 to $344, and MicroStrategy is still at this great price area of value. See this nice little double bottom MSTR. We can start seeing these cryptocurrency stocks and Bitcoin start to rebound towards the end of February. It starts to rally in March. The Department of Government Efficiency found in the government doing fraud about $500 billion. I'm looking at Doge. I quickly went to go look at Doge. And Doge is actually a good long term, as we see Elon Musk and Trump work together to get funding from the U.S. economy down away from the trillion level they spending, so they can pour more money into treasuries like Bitcoin. So Doge actually is going to be a good crypto meme coin. That's not going to be a meme coin no more. It's going to actually be efficient and help the U.S. economy figure out ways that they can cut spending. I mean, we got too much money that we borrowing and giving away to people in the government that getting overpaid, and that could be actually be cutting down on spending. These checks and balances got to get reevaluated. Greed is always going to be the reason why a country goes from the best country to the worst country into domination, doom. Like, it's going to go to the ground if a country overtakes greed. We seen what happened to Africa in history. It was one of the great countries in all time, and we seen how it is now just because few people with greed took over. There's greed inside the government. It tears up the whole system. Over corrupt power is what takes over time in the Bible too. We seen great countries happen in the Bible, like King Solomon, that had a lot of power and then overtook his power, and then we see the whole country fail. Like, this happens, guys. We gotta take notes, learn from history, and we gotta correct them. Get these people out of office who are abusing their power, overspending, being greedy, things like this. We gotta get them out, or the whole country is gonna fall. Now let's go to the top plays of the day. First one we got is Supermicro. I told you guys in the last video, Supermicro is a great stock to buy, as these AI servers are going to be more demanded in this AI infrastructure technology, and they innovate. So we see Supermicro is at $48.64. When I told you guys to buy, it was around $28. So we got in at $28.73. and we got 21 shares of it. And I'm liking Supermicro because they say DeepSeek is finding flaws in the AI structure that's having the software. They're gonna need AI system storage servers, so they're gonna need the hardware in order to do the whole AI infrastructure too. So they can't just depend on the software, because they think that DeepSeek was gonna outsmart and outperform NVIDIA's chips, and the way they haven't depended on these hardware and these systems, DeepSeek's gonna need it too. The computing power that they're putting on the software relies on hardware. So the hardware is gonna give the power to the software. Software cannot run without the hardware. So DeepSeek is gonna get involved into these servers and these AI chips. This stock is a great stock to be buying long term. We already up 69% in this play, guys. So you guys make sure you tap in and watching these videos. You make sure you like, subscribe, so you can continue getting these ways that you can pay off your debt. You up 69% is way more than your CD. You putting your money in your bank account, and bank investing your money so they can get returns and give you even a quarter or penny off your return that you're making. 69% gains is life changing. It's not only the first part we see. Let me show you what the options play look like. Preach for you guys to always be able to budget so you can pour into your investments. Now let's look at the options. SMCI, the $28 call that I told you guys about whenever in the video. Great time to buy the stock was at $28. So boom, you put an option on this, you buy one contract. Whenever you buy an option, you get 100 shares for one contract. And every contract you have is 100 shares of a company, but you get an expiration date. It's gonna expire on March 21st. So you wanna make sure you have time against you, because whenever you have options, they depreciate over time. You wanna sell them before the contract expires. You never wanna hold on to an option even while it's up. So we see this option had a strike price about 5.85 or $28 strike price call, meaning stock option is gonna go up. We're expecting the price to rise. And we have the premium at $5.85, which is we paid $585 for it. Whenever we have the premium, it's the 5.5 times 100, because you get 100 shares. So it's gonna be ending up being $585 to put on this option. And now we see option is currently worth $2,070. And the day I added this was January 30th, and now it's currently February 14th. So in 2 weeks, option to being $585 to $2,000, and that's a total return of $1,485. It's just a 256% gain. Whenever you're playing with options, every dollar stock goes up, you're getting $100. That's because you're getting 100 shares. And whenever you got on more position with options, you're carrying on more risk. That's why you want to be more due diligent and have your research. And you want to be in stocks before you start playing with options. Before you put an option on a company, you have ownership and you have stocks in that company before you start playing with options, even out those risks. Now we see that SMCI is going to continue higher after hours and more to the 122. We want to keep buying shares first and then increase our position on stock options too, so we can leverage out our profits. But options is a great way you can grow your wealth, but stocks is the first foundation that you need to start in order to grow your wealth. You'll lose a lot of money like I did. Nobody ever lost as much money as I did. That's why I don't want you to lose some money. And that's why I'm teaching you how to start trading options by first looking at watch list, adding options to your watch list and learning how stocks move. Look at stocks first and then start adding options to your watch list on Robinhood. And then the day you add it to your watch list, learn how they're changing price over time. Are they appreciating or depreciating? How is time affecting the option? All these stuff, you look at these options and study them, and then you start playing with cash. Once you start adding options to your watch list and knowing how they move, you watch them for at least 2 or 3 months and you got a good feel for them, and you already acquired some shares in stock, then I suggest you can start playing with options. Don't just go straight in, diving in, because you see how people on Reddit are buying options, or they're on Twitter or social media, Bitcoin options and stuff like that. No, you need to really study how options work before you lose all your money and become bankrupt. Supermicro Computer was up $14.58 for the week. It's up 42%, almost doubled of what it was last week. So it's a great week for Supermicro Computer. Had a huge momentum, huge rally. It doubled size in market cap. Whenever I had first bought Supermicro Computer, the market cap was at $12 billion. Now market cap is sitting at around $25 billion. Investors are pouring money into it. It's a great stock to buy, especially options activity is a great stock to put options on. As when I first seen it, it was around $500. Now price for options is going to rise more, be more expensive than people who got them in early and then who are getting them now. So that's why I like to tell you guys to place early, so you can get in at a better price and you don't have to spend as much capital compared to people who are just seeing it late and then the move already happened. And you know, we don't do that FOMO stuff over here. Okay, there's no other timing but God's timing. So if you fear missing out and you feel like you messed up, well, make sure you like this video because you haven't. Let me show you why. If you look at the 1 year time frame on Supermicro Computer, stock is still down 40% in the year. So now a short squeeze is happening, but a short squeeze takes time for growth stocks like this. It's just not going to shoot up to 122 overnight. Okay, it's gonna take time a day. Everything takes steps slowly, day by day, Monday through Friday. Stocks moving, okay? It moves up 5% one day, they might go down 2% the next day. As the stock climbs the ladder, you want to catch it on the down day. As we push back to $122, stock is at $48.74. So it's not late for you to double your money right now, or even put options activity on this stock. $12 move right. The 1 year time frame is so important as an investor because you're seeing how the stock's moving on a daily, and what the day does is it ends up to how the week is looking, and from what the week is looking, it ends up to how the month is looking, and all those time frames put it together, you get to see the long term where the stock is at. And right now it's at a perfect correction. The best time to buy stock is on the dip. So now we see that Supermicro Computer last 5 years is at a great price, so we can push it back up to $122. GameStop had huge volatility right now. My GME $24 call option, that's about $678 for my contract. I bought this one around November 11, 2024. expires on June 20th, and the break-even price for this contract is $35.64. So GME has to be above $35 for me to break even on what I bought. I bought this option just cause how I see GME after hours. GME is so weird. Whenever you see GME by the market close, it can shoot up like 5-10%, but then whenever the market opens, it ends up going back down. So like, I like to call those candlesticks the open high then close lower. So it opens up here, then it ends up closing down, meaning price fell. But GME overall, I'm still buying options and stocks in this company just because GME's getting interested into this NFT blockchain market. NFTs are a huge thing that's getting around involved to people buying cryptocurrency with digital art, and this game in general is never going anywhere. GameStop always has these vintage games. GameStop is overall a great company. I'm still buying. And that meme frenzy, this is the king of the meme. Long term, we see that GameStop is in a correction from what it happened in 2020. GameStop options are really going up in price now. So if you get it now, you don't have to pay $1,000 or $2,000 just to buy the option. Quantum computing had a great day today. Quantum computing is basically the machine learning and the infrastructure so you can build AI and the knowledge of solving algorithms and putting the data together. And the stock is at $7.89. It went down from almost $9 to $7.89, as we see that it has to finish off this double bottom. So we're gonna have to see this double bottom get broken in order for it to go back to $21. Anytime this stock is down, is a great time to buy the rest of the month and the rest of the year as we hold this stock for the next 12 years, because it's gonna be one of those next Amazon stocks that's in technology. Right now we're currently down in our position. We got in around $9.17, but I seen the stock at $6 and I bought some at $6. So this is called dollar cost average. Dollar cost average is whenever you buy a company or a stock at a price and then you keep buying it and it just increases your average, or you decrease the average the lower you buy or the higher you buy. It just gets average the mean average of the prices that you bought at. You do that and you divide it how much times you bought it at, and then boom, that's your dollar cost average. Nike stock had a great week. It was up 1% from reaching a low of $68.82 and went up to $72.96. Nike's been heavily short the last 5 years. It has a $110 billion market cap. We currently got in at Nike at $70, and it's a great time to buy Nike from anything below $100. And we see that if we keep buying dollar cost averaging into Nike and we rise back to $144, we can double our return in the next 2 to 1 year, guys, and we can get there even sooner the more we add to this position. I like how Nike moves. It's a nice slow growth stock. It doesn't go down too much. Since we bought in at a low price, we don't see Nike going lower than $40 to $50. I mean, Nike's been around for the last 20 years, 30 years, guys, and we haven't seen this stock go really down that low, and I don't see it going down. Right now, it's just called a correction that we're getting inside of, and we want to buy a company in the correction. We don't want to buy too high because that's more risk that we're just bearing on. Overall, Nike's a great buy. 12% of my portfolio in this company. That's gonna cap it off for you guys in this video. We talked about today. You guys learned about dollar cost average. You learned about options trading and how to start trading options, and you also learned about companies. Time is important whenever you buy. You already make sure you like the video, comment what you learned, tell me what stocks you guys bought or sold. I will see you guys at Soulful Academics and in the Discord. I love you guys. Stay tuned to the next one. We out.
I stole my love and make it count. I've been in the flood, but I never drowned it. Life is tough on a sinful bounty. Faith in the Lord, I never move a mountain. As I sow, I shall reap. There's an outcome to our deeds. So I practice what I preach. Yeah, I'm covered in the spirit. From my head to my feet. What I want is not a need. She keep begging me to stay. Something's telling me to leave. I stole my love and make it count. I've been in the flood, but I never drowned it. Life is tough on a sinful bounty. Faith in the Lord, I never move a mountain.